everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another video at last. Sorry about that, it's been so long. We went away for a week and then I came back straight back to work, and I just didn't feel like doing another one. You know, I was getting back home, I was knackered, so it went for a week or so before I started another one. And when I did, I think just about from start to finish, everything that could go wrong did go wrong with it, and it's taken me a lot of time, and I felt like chucking the whole lot out the window quite a few times. Yeah, even right at the beginning, my turntable shots, it kept flying off the turntable. The turntable was sort of skewing over with the weight of the model, and 4 or 5 times it flew off the turntable when it got a certain way around, and I got really cheesed off for that. I need to get myself a heavy duty or a more heavy duty turntable, because the one I got's no good for a lot of the models I do. And so the only way I could get it to turn properly was to put one part of the model on top of the other part, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. And that's the way I've had to do it to get it to turn. So the before turntable video and the after turntable video, I'm afraid it's going to be one part of the model on top of the other. And it's forked me right to the end, this one. So I'm sorry about that, it's been so long, but that's the reason why. Now, I hope everybody is well, and you know, it's nice to see you all back again, and I hope you're going to enjoy this video. It's going to be code 3, another one that I wanted to do, and I have got another one of these models to do, but it's one that most of you will have seen before, I think, on my New Year's video. And I asked, I think, what should I do with it? Should I paint it? Should I keep it original colours, or what should I do? And I think most of you have said to keep it, you know, restore it back to how it originally was. So I'm going to do that with the other one. But this one, I bought part of it on eBay in one lot, and then the other part came as a job lot. And I think I explain later on in the video what I've done with the other bits. But anyway, I hope you will enjoy this one. So, as I always say, please sit back, relax, enjoy watching the video, see how I got on with this one. And if there's any swearing in the film, I think I've cut it all out, but if there's any swearing, I'm sorry. But I think it was justified with this one. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, then let's take a closer look at this model. The AC tractor unit, it's in pretty good nick actually. You know, it's almost a shame to paint it, but I do want to do something with it. So everything's there, the dual headlights are there, the glass has got a couple of marks. I'm not sure if they're just scuffs or whether they are cracked. There's a couple of little cracks, but I think it's just scuffs, so it should clean up okay. Yeah, it's quite good paint on this one. The edge of that mudguard is slightly bent. I'll have to straighten that. The only thing I don't like about this is the plastic wheels, and they're a nightmare to get off without damaging them. That one's not too bad because there's quite a bit of axle poking out. Same with the front one's not too bad. I'll have to use my piece of plastic over the top. Yeah, so all in all, this tractor unit is in very good condition. So moving on to the trailer now. This has been overpainted. It's pretty straight apart from that. The ramps, that one's missing. This one's only a little bit of it left. I've got these reproduction ones. They're not great. They're very soft, and you know they're a bit misshapen, unfortunately, but they'll do for what I want. So that's that. Again, plastic wheels. Now this one, there isn't much clearance. There's not much axle poking out, so this is going to be very difficult to do this one without damaging the wheels. So I might have to do that off camera. These little bogey wheels, this plate, they're a bit floppy, so this plate needs bending a bit, and you know, it's loose on that rivet, so I will drill that out. Well, I'll file that rivet off and then drill it out and put another one. I'll try and straighten that plate a bit to make these tight, because we don't want the trailer collapsing when you undo the lorry off it. So yeah, we better get on and start to dismantle this AEC lorry transporter. Okie doke. Okay, so what I've done, I've filed the axles to save time. I've used this bit of plastic over the top of the holes. The holes have got a bit bigger now, as you can see, and I've used this thing on my rotary tool, but it's getting a bit buggered. It keeps working its way out, and then it goes all floppy, so I've had a bit of a job. Anyway, I've done it, so this front wheel comes off all right now. So the plastic wheels will have to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. The back one, I've done this. I've managed to do it. So I've left it so it's a little bit tight. So that's all right. These wheels are like double wheels. They're all in one. See? I don't know if you can see that. Well, I'll have to take tyres off them. If I can get them off. See? That's how those are. So, 2 sets of those. And these axles, same length. Pretty much, but the front one's got more of a mushroom on the end than the back one. Okay, so you've got to get the back axle off before you can get that plate off, because it just won't come. You can't get it off without that axle being out, well, not easily anyway. And the same putting it back, you've got to put that plate back before you put the axles on, and I've done that in the past and I've had to take the axle back off again. Okay, so we've got to drill these rivets out now. Now they were the nipple kind of rivets, so I've filed them flat-ish, as you can see, and then I've used this to punch in the you know, where I more or less want to drill. See, like that. So I need my drill and drill bits. Okay, here we go. So I'll start off with a smaller drill, which is pretty blunt. And my drill battery is going flat. Okay, so that started it off. I'll use a bigger drill bit now. Try and drill that mushroom off the top. If my drill has got enough juice left in it, which I don't think it has. Jesus, all these drill bits are absolutely blunt as whatever. Try this. That's a little bit better, that one. A bit more. Nearly. Probably enough. No, I don't think there's enough juice left in my drill for this one. Might be. Might be just. Very nearly. Okay, I think that's it. A little screwdriver and let's have a look. And that's the back one. Just needs a little bit more than the front one. A little bit more on the front one. There you go. So that's that. But you can see, you know, you can't, if you've got that axle in, you couldn't get that in. It won't go slide under the axle, or you couldn't get it out. I've tried, believe me, I've tried and it doesn't work. You can't do it. Okay, so this is the gubbins for the trailer hitch. So that's how that works. You just push that and there's a spring there, and then that just releases the trailer. It releases this piece, so the trailer comes off. When you put it on, it pushes the hook aside like that. So release it. So we mustn't lose those bits and pieces. Lift that out. That just sort of lifts out. It's a bit tight. Yeah, because it's sort of angled to go around the side of the chassis. It's difficult to get it out. So that's going to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. The hook, hitch hook, goes in the ultrasonic cleaner. Now we mustn't lose this little spring. See, that goes in like that. So You mustn't lose that. Come on, can't get it out now. Actually, I need to get a little pot to put all this stuff in. There you go. Still got the number on the lid from when I did the combines. So we put all these little bits and bobs in here for the time being, and I'll sort them out later with what's got to go in the caustic, and then what's got to go in the cleaner, ultrasonic cleaner. Right, there's this rivet here now that's got to be got off. Now I've ground it with this in my drill, this grindstone. I've ground the top off because again it's another one of those nipple rivets. So I've just made it flatten a little bit on the top, and then I've punched with this hole punch here in the middle, and again I'm going to drill it like I drilled those two. These I've filed down the top, you know, that little bit that's always sticking up. I've filed the top off so that when this plate goes back it fits flush. Right, so I've got to drill those posts out. I'll do them off camera because I've got to charge the battery in my drill, so I'll have to charge the battery before I drill that out. Okay, I've drilled this. It's a bit of a funny old rivet. It was like really soft and it hasn't gone down straight, the drill, so I think there's enough off. I can get it apart, I think, but I'm not sure. I thought there was. There. Okay, that's got it. Okay. Right, so that's that piece. As I say, I just got to drill those, not that one and that one out. Mustn't drill that out because that's where the hook goes for releasing the trailer. So I've just got to drill that one out, and then this will go in the caustic later. Right, and now let's try and get this interior out. So it's not bad, but it has got a split in it there. So, and a bit of sort of age marks on it. So it's not 100%, but it's not too bad. Okay, so with this I'm going to have to file that rivet down a bit, like so. I'm going to get the glass out first. So that's quite a good glass. Okay, so that'll just come out. It's quite nice, that one. Right, put that to one side. So I need to just file this rivet down so that it's level. Okay, that's probably enough. Now, there's quite a deep bit to drill into, but I'm still be careful not to go too far right through. But there's quite a lot, as I say. Now these jeweled lights, I don't know what to do. I'll see if I can get them out with my little picks. I'm not sure if I'll be able to or not. Okay, well, I'll pull the one out, but the actual foil backing has stayed in, but I'll put new ones anyway. So this one's a bit naff anyway on this side. Oh yeah, all the foil backing sort of comes off when you do that. Okay, so that will go in the caustic soda now. That should probably come out. So I'll just drill that out, that rivet post out, and then we'll put all the stuff in the caustic soda. That's got to go in there. Right, now the trailer. I've done the wheel on there, the axle. I've not done too much, just enough so that, you know, I can get the wheel off. It's still pretty tight. There. So now I need to drill out this rivet. Be careful with this one because it's a plastic piece underneath. It's not quite drilling in the middle yet. Oh. A little bit more. There you go, that's him gone. Okay, so that's plastic piece, that's got to go in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let's see how do these compare. I hope they're going to be alright, these reproduction parts. Oh, that one's going there. See, I can see it. Okay, I think they'll be alright. Yeah. Try the other one. Yeah, that's going to be okay. Okay, jolly good. Now this piece here, I have to drill this out. Okay, done that. I think that's it. I think it's enough. There, boom, that's gone. So I just have to bend that plate a little bit down that way. And then there's the wheels. Okay then, so that's it, all dismantled. So we're going to shove all that in the caustic soda now. Okay, catch you in the caustic soda bath. Remember the old caustic. That's coming off quickly. A little bit more. Yeah. It's really coming off quite quickly. Look at that, the cab's almost completely stripped. Okay, so I'm going to leave it in for a little bit. and then as always you'll see it on the bench once I've wire brushed it and cleaned it all up, ready for priming. Okay, so we'll see you in a minute on the bench. Okay then, so that's the model all wire wooled, wire brushed, cleaned up, ready for primer. I've had to do a little bit of sanding and that on the casting lines, filing on those casting lines there, and I've given these new parts a good clean up as well. So all I've got to do now is give it a bit of a clean up with methylated spirits, and then I'm going to go out, well it'll be tomorrow for me, and put the primer on, because it's dark out there now. So okie doke, so I'll catch you when the primer's on. Okay, so that's everything primered up. I'm going to go and put the colour on it now. I'm going to do the cab and the top of this part green, and then the ramps and the bottom side of the truck's going to be red, and then the bottom side of the trailer is going to be red as well, the mud guards and the bottom side. So that's going to be a bit of masking up to do. So I'm going to go and spray that now anyway, and then we'll see when it comes to the masking what I've got to mask off. Okay, I'll catch you when that's done. Right, well I've painted the green of the cab, painted the red bits. I've done these ramps red, the bottom of the lorry, done that red. This I've done the top green, and I'm going to have to mask it off now because I want to do the underneath red. So we're going to see how we can mask this off. Okay, so I'm using this 10mm tape. I thought the 18mm was going to be just right, but it's a bit too wide, so I'm using this 10mm tape, and I'm just going to stick it over there. If a little bit of paint comes through onto that inside edge, it doesn't matter, because that's going to be covered with what I've got planned. So there, cut that off. Right, so that's that bit, but what I intend to do, this edge has to stay green, so all the underneath bit, all this is going to be red. So I've got to mask off these sides, and then the back obviously there, and this front bit. So I'm going to carry on and do that, and we'll see what we're going to do next. Okay, well I got a bit carried away, and I painted it, this part, the trailer, and lacquered it, but I had a hell of a job. It just wasn't working out for me, I'm afraid. When I took masking tape off, it took some paint off, and I've had to touch it up anyway. It's done now, and like I say, I've lacquered that, so the underneath red, the top green. So I'm going to do a bit more with that later, so I'll put it to one side for now. I have done these bits as well. They're all painted and lacquered, primered, painted and lacquered, and the cab I've done as well. There you go. But I haven't finished yet, because I'm going to have to mask it off around here because I want to do the roof white. So that's going to be the next thing to do now. So I've done the mudguards red to match the underside of the trailer and the rest of the tractor unit at the base and that. So white roof, and then it's going to be the silver bumper, and then I'll be doing the detailing around the grille like I did on my shell tanker that I did. I'll do the outside edge in chrome, but I'm going to leave the middle in green because more often than not, if they weren't black grille, they were the actual colour that the rest of the cab was, but with just the chrome bits around the surrounds of the rad grille. Okay, so we're going to do that now, mask that off, and then see if we can paint the white. Okay, so I want to, oh, I'm getting all stuck up here, look, oh Jesus. I want to try and mask it off along that seam, so I think it's going to be easier said than done. I'm trying to mask it along there. I'll cut that piece off out of the way. There. Oopsie. There. Right. I put paper on as well because it lessens the chance of it pulling the paint off. I'm just going to go around and check that. I might have to put another little bit under that gutter there. I'm just going to go around and check that it's all pushed in along there, and then I'll probably put some, I've cocked that up, look, my tape's moved. I'll probably put some lacquer on first to just have less chance of it bleeding through. Okay, so I'm going to sort that out. Okay, so I've painted that. Let's see what happens. I think it's going to have dripped a bit, gone through a little bit, or a big bit. Yeah, see if we can gently pull this off. Let's pull paint off the door handle, but it doesn't matter because that's going silver anyway. Now, where's the next bit? Good question. This is always a pain in the arse to see. Is that piece? No. Maybe it's... I can't see. I can't see. That's inside. That looks like a piece there. Oh, look at that. It's got a big load of paint off. So that's a cock up. Oh dear, look at that. And we got quite a bit of bleed through there. So I'm going to have to sort that out. It's got a bit off there as well. It's not going well, this restoration, I'm afraid. It's a bit of a pig's ear. Never mind. Let's see what we can do with that. Right, okay, I've done that chrome detailing. Done the AEC badge as best I can. I've got to put these jeweled headlights in now, so I've got a couple of brand new ones there. And I'm going to use, as always, this gem tack, because it's gone a bit of a yucky colour now, but it's still good. And it does dry clear, and it doesn't cloud up the jeweled headlights like super glue would. So I always stick to this now. So I'm going to put get a bit out the pot on the old cocktail stick, and then we'll put some little bit in each headlight hole. I'll put a little bit too much in that one, as I nearly always do. Oopsie, don't knock it off. I'll just take a bit off with a cotton bud, a little bit out. Right. Probably taking too much out now. It's not easy to get it just there, that's better. Not easy to get it just right. Right, let's put the lid on the glue. Right, here goes. And watch them go everywhere. On the floor, I suppose. That's what usually happens with me. I'll put the old glasses on so I can see a bit better. I've got a bit of that flipping glue on there, on the lens. Right, and the other one. if I can pick it up. Whoops. Nearly. There. Should do. Yeah, they look quite nice, those. Okay, so I'm going to leave that dry, and then we'll start doing some stuff on the trailer whilst that's drying. Right. Right, I've got these coffee sticks, stirrers, courtesy of Costa, and I've got 3 here, and I want to cut them and put them in the middle of the trailer, so it's a wooden, you know, the middle bit's a wooden floor. So I need to cut them because there's an angle there on that back bit of the trailer, as you can see, because it's like a low loader. I have to bend them, so I'm going to make the first half, or the first bit here, I'm going to cut the sticks so they go halfway on this metal piece here, and then the others will go obviously up to them, up to these with the bend on. Now I'm probably going to have to put something across there to hold it, so that I've got something to glue the ends of the sticks on so they're level with this piece, because I don't want them over the top of that, and if they go underneath then they look a bit silly, so they need to be level with that. So I've got to put something underneath so that these sticks can go onto them, if you see what I mean. So I'm going to cut these sticks to the right size off camera, and then I'll come back when it's time to glue them on. Okay, catch you in a bit. Right, okay, I've got all the pieces cut that I want, and I've used a piece of this plastic stirrer or cocktail, I don't know what, for cocktails, I don't know what the hell they are, but anyway, these things from the pound shop, and I've glued a red one across the bottom underneath there, and it's okay because it doesn't interfere with the tail piece when it goes on. So I'm going to stick these pieces on now, and once they're stuck on, I'll varnish them like I did with the folding I did. So I'm going to try and stick those on. I'll stick on to this bit and this bit first. So I'll take that piece off. I'll get some bit of super glue, and it'll take a little while because I'll have to hold the pieces on there. Oh, I've got the shakes today doing. We've been picking up leaves along the footpaths and everything, so we've been blowing and picking up, so it's given me the shakes. Right, okay, so I'll put the first piece in, and I'll have to hold that there like that for a bit until the glue dries a bit. Okay, so that's the first 3 stuck. Now I've got to put these ones on. just double check. Okay, that all seems to be okay. So I'll put the glue on and then we'll put these on as well. Right, plenty glue. Oh, I'm still shaking. Right. Okie dokie. That little piece in the middle there, on top of the bogie wheels, it's slightly higher than the other bits, the other cross members. Unfortunately, I thought it wasn't, so it's hardly noticeable. Right, so I need to keep hold of these for a little bit, so when it's all stuck, I'll come back to you. Okay, so I'm going to varnish this now. So I've got a bloody great big pot of varnish. So I might have to give it a couple of coats. I can't see, I've got my glasses on, I can't see with the damn things. It's a water-based varnish. It's like shit when you put it on, but it dries quite nice. Could do with a bigger brush really. I don't want to really go on the metal. Our paintwork. It might need a couple of coats. But I think it will need a couple of coats. Oops, I've gone a bit on the green paint there. Okay, so you get the gist of what I'm doing, so I'm going to carry on doing that, and then when it's done we'll take a look. Okay, that's it done, 2 coats, it looks quite nice. So put that to one side now, and then we'll get on with the next bit. Right, almost ready for assembly. All the detailing and everything's done. I've done some backlights on the trailer. Let's see now what that was. I've got some of these Grafters Rainbow gemstones. I'll show you. Got some of these, and these I bought in Chester in the pound shop. You can't get that over here in Jersey, so I saw these and I thought, well, I'll buy a couple of packets of them, and I thought they'll be ideal. I know those are yellow and not orange, but they're close enough, I think, on there. I could go over them orange, but they're pretty close enough. And I've done the same on the back of the tractor unit. Now, I stuck those gemstones on, and then I had some very tiny rubber O-rings, and I just, with a bit of super glue, stuck the O-rings over the top of the gemstones. They're just the right size, and they look quite effective as lights, rear lights. So that's what I've done there. Okay, so the next thing now is to put the water slide decals, and I've got a lot of these still left over. I've got here from when I did the Foden lorry, CRAPAUD Next or CRAPAUD Transport. So I'm going to put those on. There's a few more here. This is the transparent decal paper, and that's the white background decal paper, so I'll probably use the transparent one for on the roof. The yellow should show up alright on the white, but these transparent ones are not really any good on the green because they turn out black. So anyway, we're going to have a go at putting those on. Okay, let's put one of these. Alright, we'll put another one on the other side. Okay, we got it. So we got that, the ones on the front, and the doors CT on both doors. So I'm going to leave it at that. And yeah, I guess it's nearly assembly time. Right, okay, I've put the back wheels on because I didn't file too much off. And these wheels are plastic. I pushed the axle through and it's snapped back in, and I won't need to pin it over because it's holding it enough. So that's fine. I'm going to put these bogey wheels on now. So I don't know if you can see, that side's flat. This side is sort of more detailed, if you like. So that detailed bit's got to go at the front. Now this piece here is what holds it. It's like the spring thing. So that's got to go on there. And what I'm going to do is pop rivet this if I can. And hope that, okay, that's it, it's hold. Yeah. Okay, so that's just right. It's not too tight and it's not too loose. Okie doke, so we need to get these ramps on next. Just chuck that out of the way for now. Where I stuck that piece on for the floor, it's not very good. I painted over it by hand, and it's not great, but it doesn't matter because this is going to cover, this piece here is going to cover most of it, so it shouldn't be a problem. You won't see it. Okay, so let's have a look. So this flat edge, hang on if I go out a bit with the camera. So this little flat edge has to be on the outside, so it's got to go that side and this one's got to go this side. So there, like that. Then I might just put a little bit of glue on that bit and there, just in those holes, just as an extra precaution to hold it. So I'll put a little bit on the bottom of this. I don't want too much. There's my stick. Okay, so I'm just going to put a little bit around there. Same around that one. I am starting to get fed up with this model because everything that could possibly go wrong with this one has gone wrong with it. It's caused me no end of problems. You know, the masking tape pulling the paint off, and there, whoops. Okay, so I don't want to be banging it like that too much either. Now I've got to try and find which flipping rivet I did for that one. Okay, so I'll put that one in. We'll put the glue down there. I don't like these rivets that you got to push in. I'm having a job to get some rivets like I had before, because the person who was selling them doesn't seem to sell them anymore. So anyway, that seems to have gone on there alright. Okay, so that's the trailer pretty much done. Right, windscreen, as you know, it's been in the pledge. It looks alright. So that just slips in, no need for any glue or anything. The interior goes in there, and the windscreen actually stops it going too far if you put it in properly. Okay, that's the wheel on. You have to put the cab on. So I tip that upside down. So there's a little tongue there. It's got to go in there. So we'll put that in gently. It is tight because it doesn't go in easily because it's very tight, and you've got the interior that keeps falling out all the time. Hang on, if I take that like that, the interior's come out again. Okay, you've got to sort of put these two pieces here in first and then angle it down slightly, push the tongue in, and then push the back of the cab down, and then that's it. That's how it goes. Otherwise you can't get it in. So we need another rivet in there. Okay, here we go. Can't get that one in, but these rivets are absolutely shit. Right. This ruddy model is fighting me right to the very end. It really is, right to the end. Right, now we've got to put this gubbins in. Where's the... Got to put the hook. It's got to go that way, isn't it? And then we need to put this tank thing in. So that goes in that groove. Oh, easier said than done. It's got a kind of, it's got this shape, so that's got to kind of go over the back. This is where you start breaking the paint. Got to go over the back and push in, which it's not doing. That's it, it's gone. I think what's happened is that the paint is pretty tight on it. Okay, now we've got that loosened up. Now we've got to get this spring in. So you push it in like that and then push out that way, and then that's it. That's it. The famous Lord's words, that's it, and then it jumps out again. Okay, that's it. That's it. Now we've got to put the base on. So okay, put a bit of glue. I'll put it on a cocktail stick this time. Right, out of the way. Put this one in first, maybe. Oopsie. And now the bigger one. Looks alright. These rivets are awful. I don't really want to use these again. Anyway, we're going to leave that to dry and then we'll come back to it in a few minutes. Right, that's dried, I think. I hope. So let's get these back wheels on. Right, so I've pinned that over a bit before putting it through. So hopefully the same as the other wheels, it should be tight enough to hold the wheels on without having to do anything else. Okay, let's go. That's it, it's through. That's it. Seems to be okay. Right, well that's it folks. She's done at last. And I'm going to say I'm not sorry, because I've really had enough of this one. It's fought me right to the last minute. I was just putting it down to say, to do this bit of video, my glasses slipped off my forehead. I had them up in the air, landed right on the corner and knocked a chip out the corner of the cab, right where you could see it. So I've touched it up. I think it's hardly noticeable. If you look through a magnifying glass you can see it, but I'm not doing a whole lot again just because of that. But I mean, right up to the rivets and everything, this one's fought me. You know, all full of big ideas sometimes to do things, and it doesn't always work out as expected. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, all the ups and downs, and I know it's been a little while coming, and yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it enough to come back again for my next video. Hopefully it won't be so long this time, and join me again for that. So in the meantime, thanks very much for watching, and until next time, take care, look after yourselves, and we'll see you then. That'll be for now. Cheery. Bye.